What is going on, guys? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, everybody. I hope everybody had an enjoyable weekend. Enjoyable weekend here. We have a lot to talk about. We have a bunch of charts to go over. Obviously, there was some crazy stuff going on over in the Middle East here that may or may not have an effect on the optics of this week. I'm going to put it that way. The optics of this week. I think that's a good way to put it. We're kind of going to see what happens. But, nonetheless, let's start looking at these charts. We're going to start looking at the hour charts. We'll start with the day and see how these things look. So it doesn't look like, and we have a ton of volume already. Obviously, you have some major drop-offs. Will we see key levels that we haven't seen since February, the beginning of the year, January, December 25? I'm not sure yet. It certainly looks like we're heading down, but we should have a market correction at some point here. GJ, same thing, all the way down here. Market opened below previous low. Looks like we're either going to drive back up and retest key level yellow up there, or we can come back down for another 100 pips. Let's keep moving on. So USD JPY fell off from a high that we have had since 1986, as you guys know from my previous streams. So up here was our high of all time. And I'm actually going to put one up there. It's like one of our all-time highs. Our next level on USD JPY is going to be 187 possible pips. If it drops that low, not necessarily good for the U.S., not necessarily really good for anything. The Strait of Hormuz is going to continue to stay closed. From everything that I've been reading, the news that came out 8 hours ago is that no Hormuz reopened deal. Iran says reports that it has agreed to reopen the Strait of Hormuz are false. So, looks like there's some hostile actions going on. I know Trump has made some promises that we've all heard in the past about what he's going to do. So regardless of your political affiliation, the markets are affected. So it's not something that we necessarily care about him in particular or the other side, but what we are looking at here is how it affects the markets. That's really what we give a crap about. Next level is going to be there. So what we're doing now is just making sure our key levels are correct. If you do not have correct key levels, you're going to be in trouble in your analysis. And I've done some videos on this. It's really important to have those levels correct, because if they're not, you're looking at the charts the wrong way. For an example, a break and retest. If you have your support that is now a resistance marked wrong, you're going to have some problems. What is my microphone at? Yeah, it should be Raising Mini. Okay, yeah, we're good. We're good. I mean, like I said, a lot of these look like they're coming down. Like the Canadian dollar to the Japanese yen looks like it may come down for 20. Everything I'm reading is that the Japanese yen is going to strengthen here. And if that's the case, we need to watch out for some serious levels here. That could be very impactful in terms of our trading technique for this week. So, you know, you're looking at on NZD JPY, possibly 81 pips. Gold gapped up to start. That's a big deal. As you guys know, gold is directly correlated with the dollar. If gold continues to go up, the dollar is going to continue to go down, which means our USD JPY trade to the downside here could actually play out for 176 pips. That is a lot of pips. So we'll kind of see what happens there. Looking at AUD JPY, again, if the Japanese yen is to strengthen, this should be a reversal. The 4-hour again opened bearish with a bullish candle, but below the previous low, so it was a bearish open. With that being said, we're going to have to keep an eye out for that. This one's looking like it could finish off as a continuance for 50 pips. Euro AUD, I don't love this chart at all. CAD JPY, I don't really like the chart. GBP AUD, we're going to extend these lines out further and drop them to the correct spots. Again, we just talked about having your break and retest levels at the correct zones here. And if they're not, you're going to have some problems in your fundamental analysis of what your chart is looking like. So I don't like that chart. NZD JPY looks like it's ready to fall off the absolute face of the earth. I wouldn't mind shorting this chart at all. NZD JPY is going to be one of my favorite charts of the night. I'm going to mark that as red so far. Again, gold moving up, US dollar moving down. GBP USD is on the rise here with the US dollar falling. Looks like we could possibly go for 60 plus pips if this is the continuation. We had a bit of a reversal here on AUD NZD. We're not going to touch that. Euro GBP was a trade we took last week. Worked out really well. Not 100% sure if this break and retest is another retest to come back down. This could be literally the exact entry that we took last week. I wouldn't even have to move stop losses. Wouldn't even have to move take profits. Everything would be exactly the same as last week, and we banked on this one last week. I don't think it was too many pips. It was like 12 or 13 pips. Let's see, actually, it went for 13.7. Euro USD obviously on the rise here with the dollar. We're going to have to fix that. This is going to be like kind of a whole thing here. First stream from America, guys. Welcome Adele to America. He just traveled for 33 hours. Bangladesh to Dubai, Dubai to Chicago, Chicago to Texas. So, welcome Adele. It's great to have you on American land. Matt Engel, what's going on? So again, the overall theme. Jose, what's going on? How are you? The overall theme of tonight is going to be who's got the volume and which one's going to move, because it looks like the dollar's taking a dump. Love the CHF JPY sell. We need to find our next target here. It looks like I already have it drawn out. That is incorrect, though. That has changed since. That's going to be your actual target. This target is somewhat correct, but it has already been broken through. We could delete all these other ones from previous times here. This one will still be pretty key. We're going to make sure that we keep our key levels, but we want to make sure they're accurate. Again, we're dealing with something that hasn't really happened before, where you've had these major fall-offs due to threats of the Strait of Hormuz being closed. Matt, women in America suck. Jeez. What?
I said he's just mad at me. That's why I'm saying that.
Oh. We've got quite a few really nice looking charts here. GBP CAD on the rise. GBP CAD looking at clearing up to 100 and something pips. I like that. The rest of these charts I'm going to look at, but again, I'm not huge fans of. I've got already our charts marked for tonight. Not looking for 30. That's a tough chart to read. EuroCAD. Strong resistance up here on NZD CAD. Could look at NZD CAD for a sell. AUD CAD is in the middle. Euro CHF is in the middle. USD CHF should be dropping. I realize that it's opening this way, but USD CHF should be dropping. And Bitcoin is steadily in decline still. Bitcoin is steadily in decline. No surprise there. Save Act going on. And Brent oil with the open down. Down. The opposite of what everybody would have thought. Because if war tensions get high, oil and the dollar go up. But if the Strait of Hormuz is closed, that means no oil's going through, which means no transactions are going through, which means the US dollar drops because we're heavily dependent on oil. So, with that being said, I've got a couple charts marked up here. Oh, that was from last week. We're not touching Euro GBP. I don't believe we may, but I don't believe we're touching Euro GBP. Euro USD, we may. NZD JPY, we may. GJ, we may. All right, let's look at our symbols here. We got like 7 charts. Yeah. With you there. I like NZD JPY a lot, and I like GJ. GJ, you're looking at like 80 pips. Euro USD, you're looking at 40 pips. GBP CAD, oh boy, GBP CAD, you could be looking at anywhere from 24 to 78, all the way up to 130 pips. NZD JPY is going to be my favorite just because of the room, and just because of the room, really, and the overall technical analysis of this is just that this thing's dropping off. Dropping off. Even to the next fair value gap on the day chart, you're looking at 25 pips. But we're going to be looking at everything on the hour chart here. I don't really want to see a retest up to there. If we do, worst case, that's like 80 pips. That's a really big retest. So we're looking for the one with the most room to grow in the quickest time that has the best fundamentals. Which NZD is at the top of that list. CHF JPY is at the top of that list. Euro GBP we're going to stay away from. That was our trade from last week we made money on. But again, it's right back at entry. So I'm going to want to stay away from that. Not going to re-enter a trade from last week we already made money on. That isn't a continuation. Now, not to say that it doesn't break this, but this is a heavy point here. This may come back up to retest the high side, and I don't really want to be in any part of that whatsoever. NZD CAD, again, come to a very, very strong resistance. Lands, MAS, do I trade everything? No, I mostly trade Forex, but I use gold and oil as references. Sometimes we'll use some futures as references, but mostly foreign exchange currencies. Good question, though, there, Lands. Welcome to the stream, by the way. If you guys haven't, make sure you like the stream, subscribe to the channel. Go live roughly 5 times a week. New York session, Asian session. Don't like shorting against a trend like that, but we're coming into a new hour here in about 10 minutes. Spreads are going to be, shouldn't be too bad considering how much volume is in this market right now. No, I've been trading for 16 years there, Lands, and gold uses too much margin of your account. A lot of my students, a lot of my clients aren't trading with a ton of capital. If I were to only be sending out gold signals, it would take up too much of their account. They'd over leverage themselves and they would end up blowing their account. I personally don't want to over leverage my account either, or use that much leverage when I can use much less leverage to make much more money in the foreign exchange market. The foreign exchange market overall in terms of structure is a little more predictable with my system than gold is as well. My system works on everything. However, the best results are in the foreign exchange market and in futures. Oh boy, we're going to have some serious stop losses on these. The amount of pips that these have moved over the weekend is kind of scary. Like, I do not like an 80 pip, 90 pip stop loss. Even for a 1 to 2.5, that's a lot. That's a really big stop loss. You know what I mean? It's a big stop loss. NZDJPY, I wouldn't really put it any more than, like, NZTJPY, you could go 30 pips, like right there. It's the most you'd want to see out of that. Going down to here, you're still looking at a 1 to 2.5 RR. What's my go-to? My system's the same. Break and retest with 2 other confirmations. So once we get into a trade, I'll explain that. But I've been using the same system for the past 7 years. Same exact system. There's no reason to change it. It works everywhere. So that's what we're going with. We just need to wait for some confirmations here. And I'm going to kind of mark up here everything we're looking at. But if we got... You could actually really realistic see down there. But Euro USD... Yeah, Euro USD flipped on the day chart for the first time in... Euro USD had a ribbon flip of the EMA, the 50-day EMA, for the first time in 76 days that Euro USD has flipped above the 50 EMA. Oh, currency pairs, 100%. Currency pairs, all day, every day. So it's been 76 days, a range of 301 pips, and a volume of 10.52 million traded in the past 76 days before the previous ribbon flip of the 50-day EMA and the 25-day EMA and everything in between. That's a huge, huge deal. So when you're looking at this analytically and technically, that's a really big deal. I forgot to turn my GoPro on. Which way should I get this? I'll just put it down here. All right. So let's see here. We're looking for the best possible option for tonight. A+ setups is all we want. On this one, if we were to go long on Euro USD, and we were to get in here, your lowest, you're looking at roughly 42 pips. 42 to risk 41. This actually could be higher. This could be up here. So that would be a 1 to 1.5. The lowest we'd really want it to go is touching that EMA. Ideally, hopefully not. Yeah, I mean, it just depends on your bankroll. I trade between 75 and 100 lots at a time, and a 20 pip move can make me $20,000, $30,000. So it really depends on your bankroll there, Lance. But Euro USD buys, that's what you'd be looking at. I'd probably ideally like a little less than a 32 pip. I'd like for a 30 pip stop loss, like right there. But that's right at the 25-day EMA. If we were to go down to the 50 EMA, it'd be 50 pips. You'd be looking at pretty much a 1-to-1. Don't love that risk to reward ratio. Certainly a possibility. GBP CAD, same kind of thing here. You'd be looking at certain key levels here. So we'd be looking at... I guess that'd have to be your first key level. That'd be your second key level. This would be your third key level. This would be your fourth right there. So when you're looking at your support and resistance in between and then your targets, you'd be looking at roughly 25 pips to 45 pips to 75 pips to 112 pips, 130 pips to the top. Yeah. So I live stream New York and Asian. So that's my two main streams during the week. However, we'll hold through London sometimes. Sometimes I'll get on early in the morning before New York when it's still New York / London, pre New York. It just depends. Really depends on if we're in a trade for the night still. Like most of the time, we'll put in a trade right here during Asian and then hold it through London and close it right before London into New York, or sometimes we'll auto get TP'd in London as well. So it really just depends. Good luck. Thanks for joining there, Lance. Let's go. Someone's spamming the hearts. Thank you. Appreciate it, guys. We got a new hour in 2 minutes. New hour in 2 minutes here. It's got to be Engel. We're just kind of looking at how these are moving. Tell you what, though, I have rarely seen a shaved bottom or a shaved top that only goes up and doesn't come back down. It's rare. Shaved bottom came back down. There's your shaved bottom, came back down. Shaved bottom, it did continue up, but eventually came back down. It's very rare. Shaved top ended up coming down. So it's very rare that you have a shaved bottom and it just ends up continuing that way. There's typically a retracement at some point there. All right, here's our new hour. We've created a new fair value gap on the 1 hour here. Fantastic sign. We may look to enter positions here. All right, let's see what we got. Nice, Taylor. Interesting to see what happens here. Holy movement. Not going to be trigger fingery here. You don't like that candle, Matt? What's wrong with that candle? It's a cute candle. He knows what he's doing. Yes, you really got to go tight on these stops. Boy. Even if you were to put in some session highs and lows here, I mean, you're looking at huge. What's up, Jordan? We're looking at a couple pairs, man. NZD JPY, CHF JPY, GBP JPY, Euro USD, GBP CAD. Couple. I do like the GBP CAD buys. We've already closed above session high. They're not too affected. Canadian Baker Hughes oil and gas rigs plus 15 in the latest from week 215. So, you know, I don't love news. Yeah, so that's called a wick, Matt. Did you read the ebook or no? I already know the answer. Boy, a lot of these look pretty good. Just don't want to get caught in that trap, getting in too quick. But all of them are below the previous session lows. GJ, we were supposed to have a sell. Euro USD, I'd like to see if it comes down a little more. Let's see, Japan week ahead, market's eye impact of Japan-US action to bolster the yen. Rising bond yields could hurt economic growth while inflation persists. So, there's a lot that goes into what we're looking at here. I'm glad to hear that. That means you're paying attention somewhat. I gotta start going to that gym too, now that I can use it. Well, could have used it before, but... So, we're looking for a good entry here, and a good entry would be a retest, like a really nice retest of this level. Be a great retest. On GJ, we were looking for somewhat of a retest up here. Somewhat of a retest in this area, and make sure that we're going to continue going down. Euro USD, same thing, looking for a retest down here. GCAD, looking for somewhat of a retest on a long position. We'd be looking at, I really wouldn't want to go more than 39 pips. If we can get a retest around here that confirms it. However, if it doesn't break this, I think we go for buys. It's been here in July, and it's been here before that. Definitely possible. So energy and commodity support is going to be the biggest thing for the Canadian dollar. See, NZD CAD's getting that rejection that we were looking at here. It's really high. Again, this going back to, oh boy, this goes back far. So this goes back to, boy, the last time we were at this level was 396 days ago, a year, almost a year to date, a year and a couple days. So a year and a couple days would indicate that this zone may reject. This is a very, very key zone. Key resistance here. Rejected several times. We could look to sell that off. Oops. I think GBP CAD might be our winner for the night. Just based on what we're seeing here, especially on the new hour. As long as it doesn't break below London, right here, it'll be pretty good. Euro USD, still, like I said, is probably going to come down here to retest somewhere. That's ideally where I'd like to get it, at this fair value gap. GJ, not really certain on. I might just completely get rid of that one. For right now, I'm going to unflag GJ. CHF JPY and NZD JPY I still do like. But again, you're looking at larger stop losses here. Right above London and Asian low, right above it would be your stop loss. And you could certainly go for 80 pips. Gold Rush NZ, what's going on, man? How are you? Welcome to the stream. So we've dialed it down to 5 charts. GJ with 38K already on the... there's a lot of pairs. Euro JPY, USD JPY. There are a lot of pairs with some serious volume right now. So the markets are already moving. Spreads have already tightened up. All of these with double-digit, 5-6 digit moves. No, I don't trade gold, man. I use it as a, I use gold as a tool to identify other trades, but I do not trade gold. The USD pairs are going to be the fickle ones for us here because nobody's really sure what the heck's going to happen. Uses too much margin. GBP CAD is probably my favorite. It looks like we're getting some move up to retest on the CHF and the NZD trade. Looks like they're going to try and come up and retest. If we were to get in sells, we need to have a rejection of previous session lows. That would just be a requirement. And we're probably going to... We'll hold on to NZD CAD, but I don't think we're going to end up trading that. My favorite right now is GBP CAD and Euro USD because I don't think GBP CAD's coming down too far off this. We've already broken session highs from last week. There was no real big gap downs or gap ups. And you're looking at 28 pips to TP1. But again, if you're just joining, guys, welcome. Make sure you like the stream, subscribe. I'd appreciate it. If we get a clean break of the 8950 area, like 8950, which we kind of did. It's actually where we're at right now. I wouldn't mind taking this trade. So this is GBP CAD. That clean break of that 8950 would be very key for us. Actually, 895 is way up here at TB2. And then our NZD pair ended up moving up to retest, and same with CHF moving up to retest. And Euro USD coming down to possibly get us at a good entry. Now's the fun part. Now is the fun part. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to do that, guys. Let's see what we got. 15-minute, come in a retest. If we get a good retest off this EMA, we could look to enter. 15-minute on GBP CAD. If we get a good retest here, we could also look to enter somewhere down here. I like them both for buys. NZD JPY, CHF JPY on the 15-minute coming up to retest the EMA and a key level. Worth noting that it's not just the EMA and the fair value gap, it's also a very, very key level. Yeah, CHF JPY does look like a good sell as long as it rejects. The hour could take a little bit because it could come all the way back up here, but I don't think it's blowing through this fair value gap. I think our entry is probably looking on the 15, maybe even the 5. But I want to see it reject this key level, our yellow support right here. I want to see it reject this at this EMA. Yep, you're correct there, Adele. Very much so correct. Oh yeah, the MacBooks are sweet, man. Got mine right here, set up right there. Did you get your iPhone today? Nice. I'm just waiting for a good entry here. We don't want to get in too early and then have to pay for drawdown. I hate paying for drawdown. Nothing fun about it. Yeah, you're 1 hour behind us in Texas there. Show the price of what? What do you want to know about the price there, Abby? What price are you looking to see? Prices are all right here. We're not in anything yet, just as a heads up. Andrew, what's going on? Magistral says, bro, period. What's going on? How are you? From across the border. Bro, period. That's all we got. We're coming down for rejections, which is good. Would love to get the rejection here on CHFJPY and NZDJPY to take sells toward the downside. Would love that. Actually, not touching either of those. EJ or AJ. Or, yeah, EJ, AJ, or UJ. We're not touching any of those. I'm not quite sure what that means, brother, but happy to have you on the stream. Nah, I'm not touching EJ. EJ's got the most volume too. AJ's got some volume too. On the hour, it looks like they're going to reject, but they could climb up to retest the EMA ribbon 25-day. So we'll see. Looks like we're coming down to get this retest that we may be looking for down here. And on the 15-minute, it is currently at London High. UCAT, the problem with the USD pairs, are you looking to sell UCAT at what? You looking to sell it or buy it? Because if you're looking to sell it, I'd like to see it reject the 1.40200. Bitcoin. Everybody always wants to know Bitcoin. Here's your Bitcoin levels. Bitcoin's in an uptrend for the first time in forever. Not. Look at this massive downtrend. Bitcoin might come down to retest 62,250, 62,000 area, and then come back up. But as of right now, I'd be shorting Bitcoin down to 62,189. Sells on UCAD. Sells on UCAD. Yeah, I'd be looking at the same thing. I'd be looking at the same thing if we can reject this kill zone here and come back down. 15-minute looks like it could be rejecting right now, but if you get anywhere past this London kill zone low up here, I wouldn't touch it. I wouldn't touch it if it breaks anywhere up through this area right here. I'd be out. I'd like this to hold true and continue toward the downside. Your targets are here, here, and then the bottom. So you're looking at, from where it's at, 12 to 22 to 33 pips. Rejection we are getting, which is good on our possible buys. Our possible sells, which I do like better, as you guys know. Yeah, gap fill on it. I'm liking the rejection though on the CHF pair here. A really nice rejection. The 4 hour, the 1 hour. We're about to get a new 15-minute. We're caught in between two fair value gaps. You're building a POZ. The only issue I do have with CHF-JPY is the Swiss franc is typically a safe haven, very risk off during turmoil, so times of turmoil or geopolitical issues. So that being said, I would be more apt to taking NZD-JPY or even NZD-CAD as sells. Aloha, what's going on? How are you? Good to see you again. Straight's closed, so take with that what you will. New 15-minute candle here. No, I take my trades in Hanko trade. I just do my analysis on TradingView. TradingView is the best for analysis, but coming up here shortly, I may switch that over and just use the broker. There you go, Aloha. Thank you, brother. It's crazy how much movement that we have, or how much volume we have right now with not that much movement. I think this TP1 trade, this trade for 26 pips up to GBP CAD, could be a very, very good trade for us here. I appreciate you, Aloha. That means a lot. Thank you. I try, man. Try to be entertaining, educational, and provide you guys with free signals, free analysis. So, trying. Viewership's growing too. Subscribers are growing. Everything's growing. Content's growing, so it's good. Can't complain, you know what I mean? Would love to see a rejection here. GJ's doing the same thing. A lot of these charts look the same after that drop-off last week. AJ, GJ, Euro USD, they all look the same. Oh, that's an interesting chart. Yeah, it looks like gold's going to keep rising here, which means the dollar should drop. From a technical analysis standpoint, guys, we may need to wait to London to see if we get sweeps or not of the highs or of the lows. Because with everything going on, we don't necessarily want to be 100% risk off, but we definitely want to be capital specific here in what we're doing. Strong support here at support's really between there and there, but strong support here on USD CHF. Ooh, those are tiny candles. That looks like a rejection to me. Those are really tiny 15-minute candles. If this rejects downward, you're looking for 40 pips on USD CHF there. But we're looking. USD CHF chart is really interesting there. Because the most I could see it going up, really, because this is a almost textbook head and shoulders here, guys. Left, right, There's your head. Here's your, I mean, this is almost textbook. It's like almost textbook. We'd see it come up and we'd put the sell right there at that London kill zone. Euro USD is coming down to what our entry point was, what we want it to be. And then GBP CAD has not really moved at all. It's kind of sat here for the past hour. And so here's what I really like to do, guys. And I don't know if I've said this before or not. What I think is really, really important is after you go through all your charts, and this is one of the most important things, is after you go through all of your charts, if you watch it for a whole session, you may get a better entry. And what I mean by that is, so we would like to sell NZD-JPY, right? We're looking at selling NZD-JPY. It's what we want to do here. If we wait through London until tomorrow morning, New York session open, we may realize that this may come up here, then reject and get a better confirmation. So having your charts marked up, like we do here on Euro USD, of what we want it to do, and putting where we want our entry and where we want our stop loss, sometimes helps with clarity of the chart. You don't have to necessarily get in the second you think it's going to do something. You can wait it out a little bit. Obviously, if you're scalping, different story. It's a good point, Andrew. And the pricing would be better because we'd know exactly where we were at. And I'd get rid of that nice $200 a month subscription from TradingView. Might not be a bad idea, and then I can just move this thing over like that and actually use it here instead. But we'll see. We will see. I don't like how much the chart moves around yet, and I'm waiting for them to release the new update, because they're releasing a new update of Hanko Trades Web Trader either this week or next week is what I'm told. This might be a, what does he call it? A 2001 night. Again, entry somewhere near here, guys. NZD JPY coming up to fill. CHF JPY rejecting the low here. Not a bad thing, rejecting New York kill zone from last week. GJ doing the same. EJ doing the same. USD JPY. All these charts look identical, guys. Can you tell the difference between that chart and that chart? There's no difference. These three charts are all going to look identical. 1, 2, and 3 all look exactly the same. That's what makes it tough. New 15-minute candle coming here. I did like that. What was that one chart that we saw where the 15-minute was really consolidating? That was this one. We're gonna flag that too. We're gonna watch these 15-minute candles kind of come about here. On which one? On USD CHF? I think it's head and shouldering. Hardcore. I think it's a very strong head and shoulders pattern. Personally, that's where I'm at on it. You're already selling USD CHF? Those are tiny little 15-minute candles. You see? Get it? USD CHF? Nope. Okay. Choo. For how much volume is in these markets? There you go. There's the rejections. There's the rejections. There's the rejections. I think we could realistically get 15 to 37 pips out of it. Not even. 15 to like 30 pips out of it. I would just want more of a confirmation. And we're getting the rejection heavy on NZDJPY. So we got 15 minutes till the new hour candle. 15 minutes till the new hour candle here. It's Q. The main reason, yeah, exactly. The main reason that I like longing the Japanese yen this week is because they started talks with the U.S. to rally against the yen's 40-year slide. And that's a big deal, bringing in the United States to do something like that. So all the pairs against Japanese should be dropping. What kind of news we got this week? Yeah, we had the OPEC JMCC meetings. Which is pretty much all the oil-rich nations. Tomorrow you got at 10 a.m. you got ISM PMI. So you got PMI tomorrow. It's a bank holiday in Canada tomorrow, worth noting. We don't have much. You got unemployment for the New Zealand dollar on the 4th. The 5th, you have non-farm employment, which I don't know if you guys have noticed. They have changed the not NFP day to now be an orange folder, meaning not as important to the foreign exchange market, which is wild because you guys know what happens on those days. I mean, it's just you got unemployment claims, and then Friday you got a bunch of news. We don't trade NFP employment on Friday. We don't trade. We don't touch that because we don't trade Fridays. CHF JPY is coming down. The 15s are rejecting. The 15s are rejecting nicely. NZD CAD's not. USD CHF is. Euro USD again looks like it's holding. And GBP CAD looks like it's holding. Push up. Alright. Here's what we're gonna do. What I'm doing here, guys, is I'm marking up my lows here of the points that I want it to hit before I'd enter. But boy, does GBP CAD look good. Yeah, we're not even gonna wait till the 8 o'clock hour, guys. No trades tonight. We're gonna see what happens through London tonight. I would like to be a little more precise on our entries here. Right now, if we were to enter any of these 5 trades that we're looking at, it is unpredictable in terms of how far the drawdown we would have to hold, and we don't want to over leverage ourselves by going more than 30 pips on a stop loss. So based off of the markets that we're looking at right now, I'm not going to touch anything tonight. I'd like to see how the markets react to everything over the weekend tomorrow morning, or at least tonight into London, and I've marked up what I'm looking for. Let me mark this one too. So Euro USD high. So if it crosses any of these, I can end up sending out a signal tonight. But in terms of live on stream right now, we're not taking anything. But as always, I appreciate everybody who joined. We'll end this stream how we always do. We're playing it smart right now. With the news of us possibly, well, the Strait of Hormuz not being open, we're playing it smart. Asset protection until London open tonight at 3 a.m. or the New York session bell at 9:30. I will see you guys tomorrow morning on stream. I hope everybody has a great night. Keep your notifications on. I might send something out tonight, okay?